Hi boys and girls. Last week we focused on finding 10 more and 10 less than a number, and this week we're going to focus on being able to explain how we got our answer. So this is our 10 more activity, and we're going to practice explaining how we got 10 more in different ways. So the first thing you'll do is find your number. To do that, you're going to click the arrow over to go to the dice roller. It's already set on 2, and you're going to click Roll Dice. I got a 1 and a 2. A 1 and then a 2 in the ones place is the number 12. So in your math journal, you're going to write the number 12. Now since this is the 10 more activity, you're going to find 10 more than 12 using a strategy of your choice. So maybe I want to use the pattern strategy. I'm going to cross out the 1 and make it a 2 because that's more. So I know 10 more is 22. But I'm not going to stop there because I want to be able to explain my answer. So I'm doing it on my smartboard so you can see, but in your math journal, to explain this, these are the thinking stems you would want to use. I started with I changed the to a I got. So if I wrote these starter stems in my math journal, I could fill in the numbers while I'm writing the sentences, or I could go back and fill in the numbers. I started with, well, I know I started with 12. I changed the 1 to a 2, and I got the answer 22. 10 more than 12 is 22. And I can even type that sentence, my final sentence. 10 more than 12 is 22. So let me show you that again. So now that you know the stems that you need to write, the beginning of the sentences that you need to write, now I want to show you again. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to my dice and I'm going to click Roll again. And now I have the number 26. So going back to my math journal, I'm going to write the number 26, and I'm going to find 10 more than 26. So I want to cross out the 2 and change it to a 3. 6 stays the same. 10 more than 26 is 36. So now I can start my explanation. Remember, we always want to prove how we got our answer. So I started with 26. I changed the 2 to a 3. I got 36. 10 more than 26 is 36. So that would be a great explanation in your math journal. Now sometimes you are going to use rods and cubes to find this strategy. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to roll again to find my new number, and I had 25 this time. So if I wanted to draw rods and cubes, I would draw 2 rods and 5 cubes to get 25. To show 10 more, I want to add another rod and draw my little arrow, and now I have 35. But remember, you already know how to do that part. Now you want to justify your thinking or explain your answer. To explain your answer using rods and cubes, these are some writing stems that you can use. I showed 2 rods and 5 cubes because that's what I did very first. I showed 2 rods and 5 cubes. I added 1 more rod. That's what I did here. I got 35. That's what I have all together. 10 more than 25 is 35. So again, you have to say what you did first. I showed 2 rods and 5 cubes. I added 1 more rod and I got 35. 10 more than 25 is 35. That's a good explanation for my rods and my cubes. Now remember, if you use the pattern strategy, you're not going to write, I showed 2 rods and 5 cubes, because that's not what you did. Your explanation must match what is shown in your picture. So today we're going to practice justifying our answers by writing an explanation to go along with our answer.